Hi, my name is Andy Boyle, and welcome to The Primer. This is a video how-to series on the Forensic Technology product line and some tips and tricks on how I think you can best use them to get the most efficient use out of them.
Here we're starting with a scenario where we've got bullet 1 on the left-hand side, and we can see all of bullet 1's surface going all the way along here. Bullet 2 is on the right-hand side, and all of bullet 2 is over here. What's between these two pink lines here, where we're seeing Lee 6 to Lee 4, that's what we're seeing a close-up of over here. And so right away, my eyes are drawn to the very tail of the bullet on the left, the reference bullet. And there's some good information right in the center part of that land impression. I'm seeing something similar that's catching my eye. The Lee 6 to Lee 4 over here is in yellow, where all the other ones are in green, because this is where the system's algorithm saw the strongest match between these two. This is the best match alignment, Lee 6 to Lee 4. We're looking at Lee 6 to Lee 4 here, and I'm going to bring that tail right to the edge here. I'm going to bring him over as well, and line up those shoulders, and hopefully everything lines up in the middle, which it seems to. I can zoom in a little bit, and now I'm going to play with this light source here. Right now, the default angle is a degree of 0, so it's pretty much right up at 12 o'clock, and there's an inclination of 20 degrees. When I click on this and start moving this around, you see these numbers are going to start moving in real time as I move the click and drag and move this mouse around the circumference here. What I'm doing now is just making those shadows change on the surface of the bullet. In fact, my eyes are looking at the bullet now. I don't care what the numbers there, the degree number, the inclination number are saying. I'm just doing a live movement, and I want to see how those shadows are affected on the surface. And so even here, with the way that light is now angled, the big, huge marks in the center are no longer really visible, but I'm seeing some fine stuff that is still lining up and looking interesting. And again, as long as I keep that light in motion, I can see what is taking place on that surface. That's 6 to 4. This padlock here is locked, so if I move the reference, I'm going to go ahead and drag this down, and I'm going to look at G5 to G3, and there's a little bit of stria there, but mostly it's smooth, so I'm going to keep going and look at Lee 5 to 3. Now I got some big stuff still happening here. It seems to be happening on both, and sure enough, lining them up quick and easy here, we can start to see some information. Let's zoom in a little bit more, make it bigger. And again, play with those shadows and see where the light now, that single light tool is moving in unison on both sides there. Both items are being illuminated by that degree and angle in real time. And so I'm seeing things happening in harmony between both items. And I want to see when things react at the same time in the same coordinates. Keep moving this around. Let's go straight to Lee 4 to Lee 2. Lee 4 is well marked. Lee 2 seems to be as well. And that's interesting. This big feature did not seem to happen at all here, but something big dead center. While the shoulders are lined up, there's some big stuff happening in the middle, but not so much towards the bottom. Let me zoom out one and then see if the changing the shadows brings anything new to light. There's still good agreement, but just whatever that big feature there is, wow, it's a huge feature, did not happen on the other one. And that was 4 to 2. Let's take a look at 3 to 1. Let's line up the shoulder up top. Some interesting things happening here, but again, huge features on the left side didn't happen on the right, and vice versa. Let's take a look at 2 to 6. I want to make sure I'm all the way, I'm right at the edge here. Play with those shadows again. See what that does for me. I like how that appears there. I can make that sort of appear or disappear depending on the light, but when it comes into view, it's reacting seemingly with something similar on the other side. One to 5. And then that takes us all the way around back to where we started, 6 to 4 once again, which 6 to 4 and I believe 5 to 3 were probably the two most well marked within this set. That would conclude this comparison.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel for future content, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.